Hi everyone, Yasmin here. So in this video, I'm going to show you two makeup looks I created by using Colourpop's Yes Please makeup palette. And to be honest, this video is something impromptu. I decided just to play around with this palette and I was like, why not film it? So this is basically my first impressions and thoughts of using the palette. Okay, so moving on with the first look, I decided to go something really glam. You're gonna see for the first look, I went with something really reddish because I was really intrigued with the red shade in the palette. And yes, starting with the shade Pink Cocktails, which is like a medium orange color, and I'm just gonna be putting this shade all over my lids and basically just sweeping across. Make sure you get a good coverage on all over your eyelids. Next off, like I said, the red shade that I was intrigued with is the color Spoiled, and I'm gonna use this to basically build up the color intensity and just apply it to the outer, almost like the upper outer crease area, and then blend it with a really fluffy big blending brush. And then to deepen the crease, I'm using this very pigmented sort of like a dark brown shade, and basically just putting that on my outer V area. And then using what's left over on the brush, I'm just sweeping the shade across my eyelids. And you want to make sure that you don't go too overboard until covering the red eyeshadow. What you want to do is, if there's any hard edges, you definitely want to blend it out because that's not a cute look, girl. Remove the tape, and right now, as you can see here, yep, as you can see, both sides are not the same. So that is me. Yes, that is me just trying to fix so that both sides of the eyes look even. And going back to the French Kiss shade, which is that dark brown shade, I'm just applying this to the bottom part of my lower eyelids. Okay, and then we're gonna take some concealer, and basically I actually had no idea, but I just like wanted to put the concealer there, like I just wanted to put 2 dots there, and it turned out pretty great. So basically what I did was I just put my concealer only into the middle part, and then use this very beautiful Buttercake shade, which is like a golden shimmer shade, and just putting that on top of the concealer. And right now it's looking a bit weird, so we're gonna go back with the brush we used earlier and then just blend everything together. Okay, and then again, using the same technique, I'm putting the concealer only to the middle part of my lower eyelids, and then yes, again, using that Buttercake shade, using the same technique like we used just now. And then I'm also gonna be applying this this Buttercake shade on my inner corners. You'll see later in the video. And then I'm blending everything with the medium orange shade that we used earlier. And next, you know the drill, I'm putting on some mascara. The list of the products that I use, I'm just gonna like put them in the description box below, so always check the description box. I always have my infos there. And now I'm just putting on some falsies to complete my whole makeup look. And then like that, the first look is done.
As
for the second look, I really wanted to experiment with the mustard shade in the palette, and honestly it's actually one of the main reasons I bought this palette. When I was using the yellow eyeshadow, to be honest, it's a bit disappointing because on my skin color, like on my lids, I definitely need to use a lot, like a huge amount of it for the color to show up. But yeah, as you can see here, I put a lot of amount for it to really show up to that intensity, and it's not even that intense. Okay, using a concealer, I'm just gonna be putting this on my eyelids and basically just carving out the crease. And then moving on, I think this is actually like one of my favorite eyeshadows in the palette. It's basically like this very, I don't know how to describe it, but basically like a frosted medium orange color, and the video doesn't do it the justice of showing the intensity of this eyeshadow, but in real life it looks way much more pigmented and way better. And I'm just using a clean eyeshadow brush to blend the harsh edges and basically blend it in seamlessly with the yellow eyeshadow, and then taking a very small tapered brush and taking back the red eyeshadow. I'm just gonna be lining, using this brush, I'm just gonna line the eyeshadow in between the yellow shade and the orange shade. So actually, to be honest, I didn't know what I was like, the direction I was going with this eye makeup, because this was like a first impression slash like experimenting the palette, but I ended up with doing this. So yeah. Next, I picked up this sort of like a muted medium brown shade, and I decided to apply it on top of the red eyeshadow, but only focusing on the outer area. Going back to the red shade, yes, as you can see, I really like this shade. I'm just gonna be putting this shade on the bottom part of my eyelids. And then to finish it off on my inner corners and also my tear duct, I'm just using the same frosted orange color we use on the lids. And then of course I decided to put on some mascara. I decided to leave the look just here because I wanted the eyeshadows to stand out. Just for fun, I decided to use the shade Chauffeur and apply it to the center part of my lips. With that, the video is coming to an end. I hope you guys like the video, and let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite look. So I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!